Yes people, welcome to my channel and I hope you guys are excited because I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how we're making the most perfect protein muffins. And yes, I know perfect is a massive statement to make, but as you can see, these look absolutely incredible, and let me tell you now, they taste even better. So let's go straight into the recipe and let's make some muffins. Alright people, so believe it or not, to make such beautiful muffin, we just need some simple ingredients, starting with 2 eggs, some oat flour, or I am using bulk powder's fine oats, or if you have normal oats, just put them in a food processor, some milk or oat milk, 2 bananas, coconut oil or whatever oil you prefer, and any type of protein. However, make sure the protein you're using is going to be a nice flavour. I'm using unflavoured because I've got a lot of toppings. Alright, so for the toppings and filling, we are going to need blueberry jam, smooth peanut butter. We need smooth peanut butter because we're melting it and it's just so much easier to melt and stuff inside the muffins. Sweet cinnamon, some vanilla extract, blueberries. When you make muffins, you need blueberries inside. They literally go perfectly. And finally, some ground almonds. Alright people, so when it comes to actually adding all the ingredients together, it's so important we remember to mix our dry ingredients and our wet ingredients. So here, we're going to start mixing our dry ingredients with 4 whole scoops of our ground oats or normal rolled oats put into a food processor or a blender. After that, we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And do you know what? If you put a little bit more in like I did, not to worry, cinnamon is absolutely amazing. So just let it in, just let it do its thing. Alright, so next up, we're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of ground almonds, followed by, I'm using sachets of baking powder, but I'm putting it into spoons here so you can just see how much it is. But a sachet portion is around 30 grams, aka a teaspoon. Next, we're going to be adding a little sprinkle of Himalayan salt or normal salt. I was just feeling really fancy for the purpose of this video. And next up, we're going to be adding 1 scoop of protein. I know a lot of people go crazy with adding the protein in muffins and cookies and all of this, but it's actually important we want the muffins to taste good and not too protein powdery. And also guys, these are a snack. They don't need to have 30 grams of protein in per muffin. All we need is 1 scoop. It will do the job. Alright, so next up, we're going to be doing our wet mix, starting with 2 whole bananas. Alright, so with the bananas, just get a normal fork and get them mashed up to absolute blitzness. Blitzness is a new word. I don't know if it is a word, however, we are using it again for the purpose of this video. Alright, so next up, we're going to be adding 2 whole eggs, and we want to give that a big old whisk, and we want to make sure that it is literally just so liquefied, because remember, this is going to be the wet mix, and we are going to be adding it to our dry mix as well. Alright, so in terms of the milk, we are going to need half a cup. When I say half a cup, I'm just going to say the average household cup, so it's probably going to be like 300 milliliters if we're talking by milliliters. Alright, so next we're going to add a nice squeeze of honey. And finally, we are going to be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. No more, no less, because it is so strong. Alright, so we want to be adding the wet to the dry. And we're going to mix it up until the paste looks like this. See, when it comes to this part, you know if you've gone right or wrong, because we want it to look like that. Like a nice firm mixiness. I don't know, it just looks good. It just looks good. Alright, so next up, we're going to be adding 1 cup of blueberries, followed by obviously some chocolate chips. Here I'm using milk chocolate. I know the healthy alternative is dark chocolate. However, milk chocolate is just absolutely banging in my eyes, and it just doesn't compare to dark. Alright, this is the point now where you look at the mixture, you look at the blueberries, you look at the chocolate, and just go, do you know what? Yeah, I might just grab a tablespoon now, but hold back because it is getting better. We're gonna add 1 more little handful of blueberries. Why? Because blueberries are amazing and more is better in my eyes. Alright, so in terms of the oven temperature, we need it at 200 Celsius, and we do need to make sure it's preheated, because when we're adding the baking powder into the muffin mix, that stuff is going off as we speak, so the muffins need to go straight in the oven. Alright, so next up, we're going to be adding the cake mix into the muffin cases, and you want to make sure you are leaving around a 1 centimeter gap to be very precise. Just to make sure the muffins can rise and not really overfill everywhere. But I know when the muffin overfills over the cake case tin thing, it looks incredible. So do you know what? If you really want to, just fill it right up. Alright, so next we're going to be putting the muffins in the oven. I put around 15 minutes because I know every oven in the world is different. But for me, it took around 15 minutes. It might take you less, it might take you a little bit more. But when they come out, they should be risen, they should be golden, they should be looking absolutely incredible. Alright, now it's time to get it looking even better. We're going to be melting peanut butter, and I put it into a little test tubey thing here because I want to insert peanut butter into my muffin. I was feeling so extra today and I want to open up and see a madness. After that, we're going to add blueberry, take a look inside, and it should be looking exactly like that. An absolute mess of peanut butter, blueberries, chocolate chips, and we are topping it as well with some ground almonds. Alright, so for the nutritional value of these really quickly, it has got 231 calories in, a solid 10 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. If you want to add a little bit more protein, a little bit more fat in there as well, feel free to throw some more peanut butter in like I often do. I would recommend taking these throughout the day when you're feeling like you want something sweet, or even after a meal, just to satisfy that craving, because we are still getting the quality nutritional value in there as well. Alright people, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to drop me a comment on how you felt about it. Big love, big vibes, and on to the next video.